This is, in a sense, going to look like I'm just opening up wounds for absolutely no reason, but there is a reason and there is a resolution, because the problem is just buried. It's about to get worse and blow out again, and it's time to nip this one in the bud before it gets really bad. Last 2 weeks, from the media and from the perspective of looking at the media and being a member of the media and looking at the government, has just been inexcusable on all sides. You had the media making initial allegations of sunshine law violations based on a tenuous understanding of the law and an even worse understanding of the events that had actually happened. I found myself in the bizarre position of actually ending up defending a government that I'm much more comfortable taking pot shots at. And that being caused by a vacuum within the government of being able to speak for itself and to try to get the record straight. There were no statements really from public relations. The city managers in Las Vegas, he's not making any statements, although he was arguably more than aware of what was going on via the internet. And then on top of that, a member of your own decides to chime in unbelievable. Never would have thought that. And the height of hypocrisy, I might add, and I can back that up. Finally, it all got wormed out. But the government itself and you three new folks on council did yourselves no favors early on. Florida League of Cities offers classes. Every time somebody's been elected, they've gone to these classes. And these classes, everybody raves about them. It's how not to get in trouble, how to do the right things, how not to do the right things, little subtle things that you can do that can get you into trouble with the law as a public official, because you don't have the same rights that we do anymore. Out of what I thought was not a wise decision, the three new members of council decided not to go to those classes. I would submit to you that a lot of the problems that we've had since then, early on.
That's not true.
No, it's not true.
We signed up. We were signed up for the class, the February class, and we got bumped. It was full.
There was not enough space.
There wasn't enough space. So I'm now signed up, and I'm not sure. Councilmember Vodnik signed up for the June class.
Okay, I withdraw that part, but please get to those classes. What I saw early on were some emails floating around from the new members of council that showed a distinct basic misunderstanding of what was allowed under the sunshine and what was not. I remember speaking to a couple of members of the council early on and saying, knock it off, you can't do that. No, really, you can't. Well, I apparently wasn't the only one who was watching that. About 6 weeks ago, I had a discussion with the city manager, and he showed me a folder where he has been accumulating them from three particular council members, Mr. Lang, Mr. Moore, and Ms. Lang, Mr. Moore, and Mr. Martin, either emails to or from you people that the city manager informed me were clear violations of the sunshine law. I don't know why he told me that, except I had a really creepy feeling that, you know, am I supposed to be coming back to you folks and saying, watch yourselves because he's got the goods? What's the story here? With that, the Herald-Tribune, about a month later, blows out this thing about the sunshine law. In the meantime, Sue Lang's getting allegations aimed at her that she's violated the charter by asking questions about the safety of the fireworks, and allegations are flying left and right. And you people are cannibals. And I include the Herald-Tribune into that one. I'm getting blackmailed at about this point in time not to cover some stuff. I get a message from a friend of mine, you know, not to cover some of the stuff because things about my private life would come out, to which I went, and that would be bad. How? I don't care. I did ask Mr. Black to see those documents that he was accumulating on you three. I asked for the folder that it contained and the documents themselves. I got the folder, but the documents weren't in there. I went back and I asked for those don't even start with me, Marty. I went back and asked for those documents, and I was told, no, I'm not, and this is a quote, no, I'm not going to give you that bomb. You think I'm crazy? You're going to have to ask for those individually from Ms. Stelzer. And I said, but I don't know which documents you have. And he said, that's a problem, isn't it? To which I went back to my attorney, and I told him, okay, he's got a pile of documents that he has described. I don't know exactly what dates those documents are, but I've asked for those pile of documents, specific pile that he's accumulated. He's refused me. My attorney says, well, he just violated the public records law. So now we've got allegations left and right of sunshine law violations, and I've got my attorney saying he's violated public records law in documents that he's accumulated, that he's stated that you have violated the sunshine law. I want those documents. This crap ends now.
Are there, given the nature of these comments, the chair would entertain any comments anyone might want to make. But otherwise, I would suggest it's time for us to adjourn. Meeting is adjourned.